Hello, my wonderful foodie friends, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm so glad you pushed that play button to join us today. Today should be really interesting because I'm having work done on my house. We're having a porch cover built, so it might get noisy, so we'll see what we can get done here. But you know, it's all about getting dinner on the table, and that's what we're doing today. I'm making a chicken pineapple spinach bowl. My kids actually asked for this for dinner, so I'm really excited to get it going. So let's get started, all right? So there's the guys out there, and they're getting ready to make big loud noises. So we'll see. All right, oh, I need to put this on this side of the counter. All right, let's see. Oh, let's try my brand new bright blue cutting board. A knife. I'm sorry, I didn't get all this stuff out today. It's kind of been a strange day today. I just haven't, I'm still dealing with my shoulder injury. It's better, it's getting better, but oh, you know what, guys? I'm gonna get a smaller cutting board out to do the chicken on, and then I'll use this big one for vegetables. All right, so I'm gonna take my chicken breasts and I'm going to fillet them. So that way we have thinner pieces. They cook up faster that way. And for me, they're a better portion size. So we're gonna end up slicing these at the end. But, so like this one's a little bit thicker. This one's a little bit thinner. I didn't do the greatest job, but that's okay. This is a little chicken, but I'm still gonna go ahead and slice it. So I'm keeping my hand firm and I'm running the knife parallel. When you get close, now I'm lifting my fingers or my palm up and I'm going away from my stomach, all right? Ideally, you'd go this way, but I'm not talented at that. All right, I'm gonna put this knife in my sink and I'll get another knife for my vegetables. And while I have chicken hands, I'm gonna load up the rest of these in my bag for another night. And then I'm gonna give my hands a good wash. Sorry, I just turned on the fireplace. We used to have a wood burning fire at our old house, but now I've got an electric fire with the flip of a switch. Instant coziness, right? Okay, so we're gonna season these chicken breasts up. I've got some olive oil. And salt and pepper. I guess I'm not super talkative today. Garlic powder, I'll get in my groove here. Onion powder. I'm just keeping it simple today. Don't want too many competing flavors. You know what actually might be really good too is some dill. Yeah. You gotta be careful with the dill though, because I don't want it to burn, but I think a little bit of dill will be good. All right, now I'm gonna give these chicken breasts a good massage. This time I didn't add any sugar. A lot of times I'll add just a little bit of sugar to something like this. And I'm not talking much, I'm just talking like a teaspoon or something, and it'll help brown the chicken. It kind of gives you a little extra assurance that your chicken will get nice and brown, but we're not gonna do that tonight. All right, so I got these chicken all in their flavors. I'm gonna wash my hands again and we'll move over and get them started cooking. All right, so I'm gonna get my skillet on. I'm gonna find my tongs. They're probably in the dishwasher still. Yep. I want to get another pair because I use these all the time. So luckily for me, they seem to be having a hard time getting their machine started. Not so lucky for them. The project's already off to a slightly rocky start. They were cutting a notch out of the concrete for the post, and they cut off a little more. Well, it like had a fissure and it chunked off, but they're gonna fix this for us. It'll be nice. And since it rains here in the Pacific Northwest, like 9 months of the year, we are excited to have a covered porch, and we're gonna get a propane fire pit out there, and we'll be able to, you know, enjoy the outdoors more often in the year. Because there's a lot of days when the weather's really, you know, fairly pleasant, but it's pouring down rain, and that's, I don't know, I don't want to sit out when I'm just getting soaked. So having a cover is nice. All right, so my skillet's pretty hot. I mean, I'm not worried about it being like a certain temperature. I've shown y'all some cool tricks in the past of how to get it hot, but I can feel with my hand that the heat is coming up through. So, and when you hear that sound, you know. All right. So I always lay the chicken breast away from me because I don't, oh, and that was avocado oil I put in. I usually cook with avocado or olive oil. And remember, I coated the chicken breast with a little bit of olive oil too. So I can probably get all 6 of these in a second when they start to shrink up a little bit, but I'm gonna start with the 4 because I don't want to overcrowd my pan. All right, while these guys are cooking, we're gonna go back over to the cutting board and do some vegetables. Okay, so earlier, before I left for taking my kids to Taekwondo, I put some rice on in the Instapot. I love doing rice in the Instapot because it'll stay warm while, for as long as I need it, you know, just keep it on that stay warm feature, and it won't dry out. Like mashed potatoes too, like you can make them earlier and just keep it on stay warm and it's fine. So anyway, so I made some rice, and that'll be like the base of our bowls here in a minute. So now let's get over here and prep up some vegetables. All right, I'm gonna flip my chicken, and I added in another piece while I was gathering up vegetables. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, I'm a little tall today, whatever. All right, so I'm just going to cut off the end. This one's got a little hollow spot in it. Let's see, let's go for half moons. I want to make sure this is a good cucumber. And give it a quick chop. And that's why, one reason why I wanted my big cutting board, because what I'm going to do is just create little piles of vegetables, and then that way the family can do a build your own. Now, let me tell you, this tonight, I'm just kind of, we're just going to use canned pineapples, but in the summer when pineapple is in the store, if you take fresh pineapple and then grill it in your pan a little bit, so good. All right, I'm gonna peel some of this over the sink really quick so I can get my peeler to work. This is a cool peeler that my father-in-law, he does wood turning, I think is what it's called. And so he made this for me. Okay. My other, hold on. Okay, I'm flipping these, and I lowered the heat a little bit on my back skillet because since my eyes aren't on it, I want to lower it down. And I need to find my other, okay. I love this one. It's beautiful. It's great for peeling, but this one will get me the thicker slices that I want. There we go. Because I'm making just basically ribbons. My kids emptied the dishwasher and they put it in a weird place today. Oh my goodness, I'm really hungry tonight. I spent the afternoon just kind of resting because I wasn't feeling that great, and I got to edit my bell pepper video. I'll link up above. And I think that's one of my favorite ones that I've done so far, is that bell pepper one. I don't know. Every video that I put up, I'm like, oh, this was good. Those bell peppers were delicious though. All right, so I'm just making a big pile. And so that way, like I said, when everybody is making their bowls, they will be able to just kind of personalize it, right? Whoa, carrots everywhere. Yeah, and so having a big cutting board like this is very helpful. All right, so these, when you have the leftovers, you know, do with what you want with them. Usually I'll just kind of munch on them while I'm cooking, actually. Try to get as much of it off as I can. All right, let me cut up some red onion too, and then I've got some spinach. This is a sad looking onion, so I didn't put it in any kind of Ziploc bag or anything, so it's kind of getting wrinkly. So it's been in the refrigerator, but so I'm gonna peel off the outside layer, and I'm just gonna cut off this part that got a little less than gorgeous. Let me check on this chicken again, I can smell it. Yeah, it's looking good. I'll show it to you here in a second. This is when I need 2 cameras. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so I know only my husband and I are gonna use this purple onion, so I'm not gonna cut that much. But I'm just gonna cut a couple slices, very, very thin slices. And kind of ribbon that up. I got some cilantro, I'm gonna get some spinach. Let me show you this chicken, and you know, that's pretty much dinner, guys. I need to remember to not talk when I'm not on camera. All right. So, actually, I'll show you, because what I'm gonna do is slice this up. This one didn't get very brown, so I'm gonna move it over. This, you can see right here, this side of my skillet always gets hotter. I don't understand, because, sorry. I mean, it's a gas stove with a ring thing. Like, it should be even, but this side gets hotter. So, everyone's stove is gonna have its own personality, and you just gotta learn how to make your stove work. All right. Okay, I'm gonna push these out of the way and then show you cutting up the chicken real quick. We'll go for a black one. This is old. Look how like beat up it is. Okay, this had the raw chicken in it, so we're gonna put it in the sink. Grab another one. Turn off my skillet. Gather up my little chickens. Let me grab my pineapples out of the kitchen cabinet. Okay, I think I'm gonna start with 1 can. Hopefully we don't need more than one. I lost my knife. All right. Who knew this was a 3 cutting board meal? You can also watch. Now, I didn't use a thermometer this time, but these chicken breasts are pretty thin, and I could just tell how done they are by like pushing on them. They're real firm. If you go to cut into it and you miscalculated and it's still a little pink, just take these slices and throw them back in there and saute them a little bit. Totally fine. I mean, I've had to do that before. So, Now he's got his machine up there, so hopefully it's not too loud. Let's see. This one's the thickest piece, so let's see. But I had it in the, yeah, see, this one's still a little bit pink, so that's okay. That's why I like making mistakes on this cooking channel with y'all, because that will let me show you what to do if it happens to you. So I'm gonna, these I know are gonna be fine because they're very thin and small. So I'm gonna put these back in my skillet and cook them a little bit longer. That's what happens when you're going fast. So they won't take very long. I mean, they're almost cooked. They are almost done. You can just tell they were just a little bit pink. These are perfect. Oh man, that dill. Let me taste one. Yeah. Garlic powder, so good. I wish I could like hand you these through the screen. Have you ever been on Pinterest and you see like such a beautifully plated up dinner and you're like, I want to order that now. Like just send it to my house. I don't want to cook it. I just want to order it. I get a lot of my ideas on Pinterest. I very, very rarely follow recipes. And this little piece is still a little pink too. So in the skillet it goes. When I do follow, when I actually use a recipe, I always change something. All right, so let's drain these. So I just like open up the can and then there you go. It'll drain out and leave the chunks in, and you don't have to get anything dirty. And then you can open the rest. And we're so fancy here that I'm just gonna set this right here with a fork in it, and people can fish out some pineapples. Oh, the spinach. So I got a really big thing of spinach this week because I'm also gonna be making ham and spinach quiches later. So I wanted a lot of spinach. So this is for 2 meals this week. All right, let me check these chickens and we should be good. Okay. Now I'm gonna pull these out, and then I'm gonna show you a little trick because this just doesn't really have any sauce. But if you wanted just a little bit of sauce, let me show you what you can do. This skillet is basically like sauce waiting to happen. Oops, lost a little chicken in there. So if you just take a little bit of water, one, it'll help clean your skillet, but two, oh, I turned off my flame. Let this cook down for a second, and then you have like basically just some flavor liquid, which is what sauce is, right? To kind of drizzle over your chicken for a little bit more moisture. Our chicken is very, very moist. I didn't overcook it. It's not dry. But if you were to like have accidentally kind of overcooked it and everybody's like, Mom, this meal is so dry. This isn't thick. I didn't thicken the sauce up, but you could by adding a little bit of cornstarch or a cornstarch slurry. But I'm just gonna leave it like that. And if anybody wants to ladle some over, then they can. And I'll show you that because I'm gonna go ahead and build a bowl. So let me take you back over there and we'll build us a bowl. All right, let's see what we got here. So I'm gonna put some rice down to the side. And then I'm gonna lay some spinach. I dropped the spinach leaf. My dog's like, oh yay, I get it. Oh, it's spinach. And then some carrot curls. Little, we'll put that on top. Let me get the chicken next. Where'd my tongs go? Some chicken slices. Some cucumber. Oh, guys, I wish I could rewind time. Instead of adding water to that skillet, if I had added that pineapple juice to that skillet, oh my gosh, guys, this would be a whole different dinner. What was I thinking? Oh well, I can't read around time because I already poured the pineapple juice down the drain. But if anybody does it, please let me know how it tastes. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. Like normally my brain thinks that far ahead, but tonight I'm just like I wasn't even thinking about it tonight. So get some pineapple. And again, in the summer, if you take this pineapple and grill it, next level. All right, I'm going to spoon on some of that sauce like I said. Drizzle it on the rice and the chicken portion. And here we go. A chicken and pineapple spinach bowl. Enjoy.